Collectibles coming at you today with another figure review. In this case, we've got a two-pack. We've got the Neca, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones, and Raphael in Disguise two-pack, which is a very sought-after figure combination right now on the market. Lots of folks looking for this, and luck would have it for me. I think I discussed this in a video a few days ago. I had to run over to the Walmart closest to where I live, which historically never has anything in the way of Marvel Legends, Neca, MOTU classics. I mean, they've just never gotten anything in that I've really ever been interested in. They will occasionally get in a movie set of Marvel Legends, like a movie wave, but they typically don't get in most of your Marvel Legend waves either. And I walk up and they have two of the Casey Jones Raphael 2-pack sitting there. So I grabbed one and walked away and got to thinking. I said, well, I didn't really look at the other one to see if I got the best of the two. You know, as far as typically for me, when I'm going to do my toy hunt or I'm picking out a toy, I try to pick the best of the two. I check the paint work, make sure it don't look like any joints are weird looking, or accessories have any odd shapes or warp to them, that type of thing. I was so excited, I grabbed the front one, didn't even look at the back one, walked over to the toy aisle to see if there were any Marvel Legends or anything in the way of something I wanted. Walked back, and a guy already had the second one in his cart walking away. So I never even got to see what the second one looked like, but I'm just thankful to have one. So here it is, guys. Let's go ahead and do a review of Casey Jones and Raphael. So looking at the box, this is kind of your typical movie figure box from Neca. We've got, kind of what we all remember as that famous poster for Ninja Turtles, the first Ninja Turtles movie. So they've kind of laid it out in a window box that encompasses both the figures as a double window box, where we're typically used to just seeing the one in the individual figure boxes. However, the box is still designed in the same fashion. Up top, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles written in the same fashion we saw it on the movie box art back in the day. We've got just some product shots here on this end and additional product shots here on the back side, showing Casey with all his accessories, holding those, and they kind of recreated kind of that famous movie scene when Raphael and Casey Jones first meet. And then as we move over here to this area, we've got just a little write-up. It says, now you can catch America's favorite green teens in their first live-action blockbuster film. After waiting in a puddle of radioactive waste, these radical reptiles are transformed into New York City's greatest crime-fighting quartet. Raphael's a skilled psi-wielding ninja. Beware when he gets angry. You don't want to be around. Casey Jones, the masked vigilante, carries a golf bag on his back filled with clubs, bats, and sticks, makeshift weapons in his war against crime. These highly detailed figures feature an assortment of movie-accurate accessories with over 30 points of articulation for maximum posing power. So, a little right up there, and additional product images of Casey Jones there. Let's go ahead and do what we're all really here to do, which is get these guys out of the package and see what we got. All right, guys, so what I want to do is just take a look at these figures each individually, and then we'll bring them together. The first thing we want to do, though, is take a look at the accessories real quick that come with each of these figures, starting with Raphael's. So Raphael's first accessory, and one of the most important, is, to me, this almost looks kind of like an Indiana Jones hat, but we'll call it's Raphael's hat. It's what we saw him wear in the movie when he was in his disguise and kind of going out on his own. That one evening, he was kind of frustrated with things that were happening, and he threw the hat on. It does have a little hole here, so that is actually to make room for the knot in his bandana. So a lot of attention to detail there. You just kind of slide that on, press it down, and it just kind of sits there. So it looks good. He also comes with two additional bandanas. So these bandanas are kind of more made to kind of wrap around the face or wrap around his head. So you just plug it into the back using those two little pegs there, and then they are plastic, so they're molded the way that you see them is the way they're going to be. They're not cloth like we saw in the 2-packs, the turtle 2-packs. Then we received 2 of his size. So you can see size look really nice. Painted silver on the end, painted black on the hilt and handle area, and kind of has that look like the tape was placed on it. Received, so you have 3 pairs of hands. You've got these kind of semi-open ones that come on him, and then you're going to receive almost like a pointing finger, or in this case, if you want to hold his sai, kind of in this famous, sai hand pose that we've seen Raphael do over the years. So it kind of allows for that, or you could, use it as a pointing finger, whatever you prefer there. And then we received 2 just open palm hands, but look at the detail on that, guys. I mean, all the way down to, the bones. You can see kind of the outline of the 3 finger bones. I would assume that's either finger bones or, blood veins, one or the other. But either way, that's amazing detail that they've put on that. All the fingernails, I mean, you can just really see this in this hand especially, just all the detail and really work. And you can tell that that's a lot of passion, for what they're doing. So Neca really knocking it out of the park there. As far as looking at Raphael, this is nothing new to us. If you have the movie figures, this is, nothing more than just a re-release of the original Raphael movie figure with the jacket and the backpack added on. So you can even see underneath the jacket here, we have, the full figure. You've got the shell all the way around to his belt. It does have placeholders there for his size. So it literally is just the Raphael figure re-released. This jacket does look like, it would come off. I'm not going to take it off, but it most definitely would come off. This is really well done. This is almost, I hate to compare a $25 figure to a $100, $115 figure, and there's probably people who may argue with me, but this is almost Mezco level soft goods here. I'm really, really pleased with this. The fit is perfect. It doesn't feel cheap. It really feels quality, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. The backpack sits very tight, which is going to help kind of hold that jacket in place there. So it sits very tight on the back. I can take a closer look here at this backpack, but it is painted. It's got, paint and sculpt for the, the little clips all around it. Extremely well done. Now, this right here, this little bit of plastic here is very thin. Both of these actually, I would not want to manipulate those a whole lot. They do come up and wrap around. You can see how they kind of wrap up under that arm. To hold in place, but I would not want to do a whole lot of manipulating on that. Just something about them does not feel like they would be the most secure or the most durable, maybe is the better word for that. So that's your Raphael. I'm not going to go over articulation on them. We know what articulation is. The movie figures, again, it's just a re-release of that Raphael movie figure that we've already gotten. So let's move Raphael back. Put his hat on him. Let's pull Casey Jones to the forefront. Now, I've had a hard time getting this guy to stand. I have tried every which way to make him stand. There's extremely limited mobility in this ankle joint. The side-to-side rocker is almost non-existent for me. I don't know if that is on all the figures or just on mine. So, I mean, it feels like I'm going to break it if I do much side-to-side action. So I don't know what we're going to do as far as getting Casey Jones to stand here. But let's take a look at him up close. You can see, I don't know if there is a fully sculpted face up underneath that. You can't really get this mask. It's kind of molded, almost like it's molded. I don't think it's molded into the face, but it is glued onto the face. So I don't know if that's the actor's likeness under there. From what I understood, they weren't able to get his likeness, or at least at the time of this, they didn't have it. But you can see in there, fully sculpted and painted eyeballs. Looks really good. I would guess there is a face under there, just maybe not his face. The hair looks really good, really well sculpted. I like how that looks. Got the jacket here. This is a really soft plastic here on the jacket. You can see that. That probably would come off if you wanted it to. I don't know why you would, but it doesn't appear to be connected to the white shirt. The white shirt is a really soft plastic, and you can see underneath we do have a body underneath that. You can even feel here that the shirt is kind of a separate piece. Now the shirt on the arms is sculpted into the actual bicep, so that'll be a whole separate piece there. So I really like that. The pants, the kind of jogging pants here, they have a nice texture sculpt to them. If you can see that there, almost like you would imagine a jogging pant would. Looks really good. And then, you know, as far as the shoes, I don't know what these are exactly. They almost have like an Air Force One appearance to them, or maybe even like some kind of old style high top Reebok. But they look good. They're fully sculpted out, painted black, and you can see the socks underneath there. He does have kind of his famous open fingered. You know, to me, these are almost like workout gloves. These are what I work out with. So that's kind of what they remind me of. But we do remember having those from the movie as well. Now, as far as the figure, I'm really happy to have this. I love this figure. I think everything looks good with the exception of one thing. That is these elbow joints. That is some of the worst probably looking elbow joints I've ever seen on a figure. But one positive to these, when you bend them, and you don't just look at them directly like we were there, they really clean up. You can see there, you know, if you have them even slightly bent, you know, if you were to slightly bend that arm, it cleans up some. But when your arm's that way, that's a rough looking joint. So there you go on that. Now, as far as Casey Jones accessories, I know we kind of did him a little bit backward. See if he'll stand. We got a lot of accessories to cover. So first thing we got is 2 hockey sticks. We got like a goalie stick, and then I don't play hockey. I've never played hockey, but you know, this one appears to look more like a goalie stick, and this one here, I guess, would be whatever your players are that are kind of running up and down the ice rink there. So these look really good, extremely well detailed, extremely well sculpted, extremely well painted. All the way down to the tape, you can see the tape there, how well that's painted. And on the black tape here, it just kind of has almost like a worn look to it. Very well done. Let's see, I can probably just look at that. That detail. Neca doing a great job. We got, I'm guessing this is probably a 1 would be my guess. Mine is slightly warped out of the package. You can see right here, right above the handle, we've got a little bit of warpness. This is a very bendable, I wouldn't want to bend it too far, but it is a very bendable rubber. And I think that was smart, because had you made this, you know, too plasticky versus rubbery, I think this would break extremely quickly for most people. All right, so then we have the 2 baseball bats. Both of these look really good. The same kind of detail that we saw in the hockey sticks. And then we got our I guess, would this be a cricket bat? But it looks nice. I mean, the wood detail, I mean, these look like real wood. Excellent job by Neca. And then you get I guess his sleeve. You throw it over his shoulder, and you should be able to fit most everything, especially if he has one or two of these items in his hand. You should be able to fit everything down into that. It's just kind of a soft, rubber, so it's going to be very durable. So that's nice. Now we got a lot of hand options here for him, and these hands are detailed the same with those kind of open-ended gloves. So we got kind of a semi-open hand there that you probably could, hold a bat or the golf club in. Then you've got a pair of hands that are slightly even more opened. So maybe this would be the one you would hold something larger like the hockey stick with. Those are identical, however, as far as the design of them and detail. And then we've got a pointing finger, and then kind of almost a relaxed hand. So really nice. All right, so that's your accessories there. We talked about the articulation some. On this guy, it is a new sculpt, so we'll take a quick look. Look down. I can't really look up. He's just looking straight forward. We can get the arms out to about there, stress-free. We do get the full 360, and you're not really hindered by the kind of cut-off shirt here. We got no bicep rotation there. You've got the double jointed elbows that we've already seen. You've got full articulation there in the wrist, full 360. We got a little bit of waist swivel in there, and that may get better as we go. You can see, Neca I always try to be a little cautious with out of the package, but you can see we can at least get about half of a swivel there on that. Legs, we can get out to there. So pretty good there. They do swivel about a 180, as far as in and out. Knees, single jointed knees, so you can only get to about a 90 degree. Then again, the ankles, I don't know what to tell you on the ankles. There ain't much. So you can see there and back. And I can't get anything side to side. Let me know if you guys have any side to side ankle articulation. That will help me as far as knowing, what the capabilities are going to be here of this guy. Really, my two gripes are the ankle articulation and the elbows. The look of the elbows, not the functionality. The functionality is there. Just the look is a little rough from this view. So let's go ahead and break out a few of the movie figures just to kind of show you guys some comparisons with what we have, and we'll wrap up our video. All right, guys, so here we got some size comparisons for you. You can see we did go ahead and put Casey Jones kind of suited up with his weapons on back as well as his baseballs in hand. So now this one is really large. It's a lot larger than everything else. So I don't know that you'd want to carry this one in his back because that is what it's going to look like. That is pushed all the way in. So I don't think the intention was for that one really to be carried around there in the sleeve on his back. But those look really good there with the golf club, the hockey stick, and the cricket bat. It looks really well done. He holds everything fantastic. I got him standing in that pose. I'm not super confident in that pose. Again, those ankles, man, that is a major flaw in my opinion. To have a figure today that has extremely limited ankle articulation, that you're paying, even though you're only paying $25. I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity there for Neca on that one. And again, I would love for you guys to comment below and let me know, is yours that way? Or do you have a lot of side to side? And if you do, then hopefully it's just mine. But if that is kind of the actual design of it, that is definitely a missed opportunity. Anyways, looking at Raphael, we can see that those are identical figures in every way. The paint, the design, the head sculpt, everything is identical to the original one that did come out in the movie line here about a year and a half ago or so, 2 years ago, how long it's been. And then we got Shredder for the movie line down here on the left, and we can see that the body type is extremely similar to Casey Jones and may even be the same body mold. He's got those same type of elbows that we discussed here. However, his is painted, so it's not as noticeable. He's got the same type of pants on. The design is the same, even all the way down to the creases. The only difference is on Casey Jones, you can see that his knees actually come out to more of a point there, whereas with Shredder's, they went ahead and they trimmed that back. See how his is trimmed back versus Casey Jones. So, but with Shredder, you don't have the limited ankle articulation that we have there with Casey Jones. So that is interesting there also. So these guys look great together. The Toca and Razor, I guess, will be next up for this movie line. So really excited to get those. I think today is the last day. Actually, let's see, it will be tomorrow, or yesterday, I'm sorry, would have been the last day. So if you've not, by the time this video airs, if you've not ordered it, you probably have missed out on the pre-order. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. It's a lot to cover, so I know a little bit of it might have been kind of here and there. But wanted to go ahead and get it out there for you guys to see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed my content. Until next time, guys.